Let's move on, and since we were talking about Madonna earlier, let's talk about Madonna. Um, who apparently they spread some stuff about her new boy toy. So they said pop icon Madonna wasted no time dumping her boxer boy, well, her boxer ex boyfriend, not ex boxer boyfriend, because he's still boxing. Josh Popper for another young athlete, but according to reports, she has a new 21-year-old boo thing wreathed around her finger. So according to Radar Online, they said that Madonna has Jamaican-born soccer stud Akeem Morris following rules fit for a material girl. Or as Saucy Santana would say, material world. Shout out to Saucy. Did y'all see that picture of that video of him at Global Black Pride where he was twerking up against the LED screen and the girls was cackling? But anyway, this ain't about Saucy. Let's move on to Madonna. So they said a source is revealing, I don't know whoever the source is, but okay, well, let's entertain this foolishness. Says she subjected Akeem to a bunch of dating rules and strict conditions, and he's agreed to them because he's hot and willing to pay the rub. Madonna, who's 65, is showering Mars, 28, with extravagant clothes, gifts, and first class travel, and it's all done on her terms. An insider continued, she's very strict. He's living in her place, and just because he's sharing her bed doesn't mean he's getting to sleep in it. She does. And he has to go to sleep and get up when she does, no matter what. The Vogue songstress also banned her boyfriend from watching sports and TV when they spend time together unless she picks it out. I'm like, well, damn, that is controlling. Her controlling ways have gotten worse since her son David Banda moved out to shackle with his gal pal Maria Atuesta, 21, only to claim he didn't have enough money for food. Well, we already went through that whole thing when saying like he's scavenging. Basically, what that means was that he is having to learn how to support himself now that he is living on his own. Scavenging is a term that they use outside of the United States, which basically means that he's having to figure out how to take care of himself. He's not literally out in garbage cans looking for food. Like y'all being so damn extra. The tabloids, they stay being extra for no damn reason. So they also said the situation with her son was completely stressing Madonna out, even if the Nepo baby was just joking. Is David being the Nepo baby though? That source said it really upsets her that David is even joking about this. When she's upset, her natural reaction is to get even more controlling with the people around her. So Akeem is feeling the squeeze. Her fix for the problem seems to be putting her new boyfriend on her payroll. The insider continued, he runs errands for her, takes notes if she suddenly has a creative idea or wants an email written, even in the middle of the night. Unlike her last boyfriend, Josh Popper, who split with the Like a Virgin singer in June over issues about freedom, Morris is willing to play the game. The source said he doesn't seem to mind and seems to be widely attracted to her. He can't keep his hands off her, which she loves. Well, she digging that, he digging that back out. She's convinced he's very happy, but her friends are warning her to tone down her demands or she'll eventually drive this guy away too. Now, Radar Online purported before, they said Madonna and Mars' relationship comes shortly after the Like a Virgin well, they said Like a Prayer, but same thing, different toilet. Like a Prayer's hitmaker biopic was confirmed to be back on track after getting temporarily canceled. An insider reported that the upcoming flick will be explosive and focus on Madonna's health scare last year, as well as her recent jaunts with much younger lovers. A source said this biopic is going to be explosive. Madonna is renowned for not holding back, and this movie is going to be as sexy and dark as her 1990s behind the scenes film Truth or Dare and her sex coffee table book. She's also going to tell all about how she almost died in 2023, her new string of young lovers, and how she's been battling back to health and getting closer to her kids. Oh, now, here's the thing. First of all, Radar Online, y'all tried it because the way y'all just worded this whole headline, we're talking about that he's gonna be her slave and all this other mess. I said, first of all, a white woman picking a 28-year-old black man as her slave is a poor, distasteful choice of words, even for Radar Online. So I ain't like how y'all worded all of that. Number two, it just seems like the way that they're coming about this article is the fact that they're saying like, oh well, she's controlling. she gets the, and the idea behind the fact of that this older woman who's 66 is in a relationship with a guy who's under the age of 30. Now, I would say that would be about any kind of relationship, that when you're in these May, December type of relationships, that the person who's older, the younger person, is kind of looking up to them. The sex, I'm sure, is great because when you're older, that sex drive is matching with the younger people to keep, digging in them guts, but also is like some sort of mentorship and guidance that you get from being in situations, be it a relationship or whatever, with someone older. But I would like for y'all to have that same energy when we talk about older stars like a Brad Pitt, who is in a relationship with a woman much younger, or Chris Evans, who's 44 and married to a woman who's in her 20s. Well, a lot of the stories that or Ben Affleck, who's in his mid 50s, messing with Kennedy, allegedly, who's in her mid 30s. So when we sit up in here and talk about age differences, let's not only come at it from a misogynistic standpoint. Let's stand on business on both sides. Because if we're gonna go in on Madonna always dating younger men, and what the fuck she gonna do with somebody, a 66-year-old man? 66-year-old man ain't even looking at a 66-year-old woman. They trying to hunch the one that's Akeem age. Because first of all, their eggs are still good. And number two, you can continue to have, you can start a family with a younger girl. You've been around the world and you know everything that's going on. And these younger people, it's like, yeah, y'all don't know the world. And then being in a relationship with Madonna, it's like, yeah, even being a child of Madonna, it's like, yeah, you don't have to go to school to get educated. You could just travel around the world and learn history and go to museums and learn about all these different things. You don't need to actually take a class. I mean, going to school would be a plus. But for the most part, you know, you get all your attention and things from that. And sidebar, I saw somebody posted on her Instagram that she's starting to look like Sabrina Carpenter. Let me find that picture that was in here because, this one. They were trying to say she looked like Sabrina Carpenter in this photo. That's about, is she going country? First of all, she went country already with the music album cover. Y'all forgot? And that's her horse named Roller. She does look good here. Money well spent. I tell you, even if, I'm just glad that she stopped messing with her face, whatever the case was. But I'm like, even if this is Photoshop or whatever the case is, or a filter, this is money well spent on his face. Don't mess up your face anymore, Madonna. You look good the way you do here. Now, in regards to this whole thing, if um Akeem is willing to play the game and do what he needs to do in regards of like getting where he needs to go, or whatever contract or situation y'all talking about, let him do what he need to do. And that's between him and Madonna. They grown. So I don't see nothing wrong with all this, but I just didn't like the choice of words. We also didn't talk about somebody's slave. Now, if y'all want to talk about like maybe a sex slave or whatever the case is, then I could understand that, because it's like, oh yeah, whenever I need some D, that's what he's there for. But it's like, is that your man or is that a fuck buddy? Crime minds want to know. I mean, shit, if I was Madonna age at 66, I probably have me a 28-year-old something something too. But anyway, I won't know until I cross that bridge. But I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story? We don't online, y'all out here being messy as hell. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.